All right, Shalom, Michael. First and foremost, we'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Hakodash.
I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that teach the word in all true faith and sincerity. Shalom to the listeners as well. You know, and we're the brothers from the Great Millstone Church here in Birmingham. You know, and pretty much we're going to tie this lesson. We at the end. And what else could we be in this timeline, man? You know, but the end, man.
Mm-hmm.
And we can see it by gauging by these series of events that take place upon the planet Earth. You know, from what you hear on the news, from what coming out your pocket, you know, even your the very sentences.
Mm.
Sometimes you might say shortage.
God. Yes. I got something real quick. The tampon shortages, man. You know, for these bitches out here, man. You know, for lack of better words, man. Because through the spirit, when those things come out, animals gonna come out, animals gonna smell it. Animals really gonna go hunting and shit, man. That's part of the judgments of Yahweh Shah. I got an article just to back up them shortages. It says a tampon shortage is the latest nightmare for women. It's it. It's going to be a nightmare, man, because it's going to be odors and you know, diseases and things coming out there. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a point. It's going to get to a point when it's going to be unbearable, man. Yep. You know, you got to do it.
That's it. Just more on it.
I had just wanted to read the title. If I could read a little bit more. It says supply chains problem in inflation have hit. You know,
that's what you hear in every article. Supply chain problems, inflation. That's what you hear. That's just common words now. Those are trending topics.
Yeah.
The most used word in everyday, you know, your everyday life is those words, man. Because this is the time. You got it.
It says, and inflation have hit virtually all customer goods. But women who menstruate are now facing an added strain as a shortage of period products hit the United States.
Hey, get that Ezekiel 9.
Con.
Because, that's why it says it speaks of women twice, man.
Is it?
You know, because this is a matriarch society. You know, everything's pretty much is at their disposal. It's just like Esau.
Yeah, it's like it's that covenant with Eve and serpent.
Yep.
That's being played out right now. That's why you see the nigga bitch, they get more dainties than Jake though. Yeah. Section 8, things like that. Which one they get? The man can't be in the house. Little things like that shows you that contract between Eve and Esau is still going together, man. Yep. But through the spirit, it's getting broken up. Because Esau gonna treat you like the piece of shit you is, man. Yeah. He gonna leave you out there, man.
He's gonna your covenant with devil.
Yep, shall be this and all, man.
So you know, this agreement which you have with this man is gonna be it's gonna be what Kanye said, a filthy bid, a filthy
I saw myself. It was a bad deal.
It was a fucked up deal, but he got that.
Yeah, he got a copy.
But the aftertaste. You forgot about the aftertaste. It's gonna be very bitter, man. You know, forget that Ezekiel 9 and start at
4. This is Ezekiel 94. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Yeah, there's a certain spirit that, you know, you should be in to hate this place, man. To abhor everything Esau has gotten his hands on, man, because he have defiled. He pretty much made everything for evil uses, man.
Is it?
You know, this truth is that per thing. This that house that keeps us from the outside elements, man.
Is it?
Which is Esau and his doings, his advances. From his diet to his philosophies, you know, and everything in between that, where they all leads to death, man.
Is it?
You know, but it said that mark, which is the mark of exemption, which is the the covering of Yahushua, really, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is, though.
That's it.
You know, you got it.
Con, it says, and to the others, he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite.
See, so to them death angels, you know, Lord said to the rest of them, go through the city and smite.
Yep.
You got it.
Let not your eyes spare, neither have pity.
And that's why, Jake, as we get closer and closer to the perfect day, the ways of death is going to get worse. That's why it says death is by the sword than by the famine.
Yeah.
So it shows there's going to be different levels of death, but as we get closer to that perfect day, it's going to get worse and worse, man.
That's it.
From getting mauled to death, you know, by a strange creature, from to the extremes of getting hit with a laser beam, even the missiles itself. That's the climax.
Is it?
Because that's not going to be a swift thing. It tells you that they shall be tormented before the Lamb and the holy angels, man.
Is it?
So when someone is being tormented, tortured, that's a process, you know. But that's why we just hope, pray, you know, that the Lord have mercy upon us. We know what to pray for, man. You know.
And if I may,
yeah,
that's why the Lord say, spare and not have pity, man. Because when the Lord comes with these judgments, it's not like he's going to back off. Like you said, as we get close to the end, the judgments are going to increase, man.
That's it.
People are going to get taken out like you've never seen before. You know.
Yep.
Okay.
That's it. You got it.
It says, verse Ezekiel 9:6, it says, slay utterly old and young.
See, and we seeing this process. The elderly, old and young, especially the young, touching on the young. The shortage again concerning the baby form.
Yep.
A famine is the Lord is sending a famine to the babies as well. You know. Because especially how this society is set up, everything relies on Esau. You cry this nigga his technology for your everyday life. This nigga, but he have done these women down to where they forgot.
Yeah,
they have a way to feed their infant child, man. You know, first thing they where they know concerning babies is Similac, shit like that, man. You know,
it stopped the baby.
Yeah,
the baby can't use the bathroom. They be on their infant meal and things like that, and that fuck up the baby digestive system and shit. You know. Yep. Come back, I got something bad you up with they young because there's a lot of little nigglets. You know what I'm saying? Because it's your mama raised you like that. Your mama raised you to cuss your grandma out, use a foul language. Kids don't even say yes ma'am, yes sir no more. That's foreign now. You see what I'm saying? Back when we was young, that shit was like a sign of respect. This Job 4:7, it says, remember I pray thee, whoever perish being innocent. That remind me that OG Father Justin, he was just a baby, baby in my ass. Because ultimately, he was a nigga. Because if you let this guy grow up, he's going to be breaking some homes, you know what I'm saying, committing adultery, ultimately just, killing somebody and end up killing himself, man. Because instead of him being groomed in righteousness, he groomed under the society of wickedness, man. Yep. And that's why the Lord going to have to take 2/3 of our people out, because it's well-deserved, man. Yep. That's why it says, who have perished being innocent, man. So if judgment come down upon you, it's for a reason, Yeah.
And there's a question mark there. Meaning they did something. Like the brother said, they did something. From even when you stub your toe to the extreme of you getting put to death, it was an offense made. That's why I said in the book of Ecclesiastes, if one stiff-necked get away, it is marvel if he get away. So you might slam your finger in the door one day. The Lord got you back, man.
So he judges and measures.
Yeah,
so we won't get punished with the world, man. And I'd rather getting my toe getting stuck in the missile.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The family, Go back to Ezekiel 9.
Yeah, okay.
Ezekiel 9 and verse 6, it says, slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women.
See, maids, little children, and women. See, they were spoken of twice.
Yeah.
And just going back to the article that you brought out, it just shows that Esau, his shit is going down. That shows that your shit going down, E.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have agreed with this and you have taken sides, and those are the ones that have, held fast to this man. They get all these, like I said, these different benefits.
Mm.
But it's gonna be disannulled, man, when the power go out.
Yeah.
Who can you call in?
911 be tapped out.
What you gonna do when the war is cut off? Then, like I said, that smell with these creatures gonna come, and not just a typical dog or a wolf, something that you have never seen. These are the times that we in, man.
Is it?
And we seeing the events that's gonna lead towards the ultimate, the return of our Lord Yahweh Shai. It's set by a series of events that's going to lead to that perfect day, man.
Is it?
And we seeing these things take place. Continue on, man.
Come. It says, slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark.
See, and it just shows that this truth is going to be our strength of salvation. That's what it tells Ezekiel 33. The strength of salvation. This is that key to salvation. The steps to it, man. This is that road to it, man. This is that mercy Yahweh Shai have bestowed upon us, by giving us the understanding to believe the report.
Is it?
I
said the truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
That's it.
So
that's why I said to them, and don't get. That's why they got their uniform. Don't get them. They got the white coats on. Get the one with the black coats, the black attire. Those raggedy garments, the Babylonian jerseys. Because that's what who you are by what you put on. You are taking sides of Esau, so that's why you live the life that he lived by going to college, try to go to make a career here, try to make your bed here. Oh, this is not your rest. This is not our rest. But the ones that try to make this their rest going to be woken up suddenly and driven to their feet by the way of plagues and pestilences. Matter of fact, get on St. Luke chapter 21 real quick and I like 25. And this article's on any and everything that we've finna read. There's an article about everything we about to read right now. Within, it's not a day or a week or 2 weeks or a month ago, these things were taking place. And it's only intensifying. We got it out.
Luke 21:25, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars.
Yep. And so signs in the heavens, which I heard was supposed to be some type of moon.
I know, like five. They say 5 planets. This month they're gonna align together.
See, that's happening in modern times right now. And it's look, it said and. He didn't say or. It said and. So meaning it was gonna be simultaneous.
Is it?
And a nigga might say he ain't having all the one day. No, it is in one lifetime, especially in this part right here in this age. Is very frequent now, man.
Is it?
So this is the point. This is that time what our Lord spoke of, man. You got
it says, and upon the earth, distress of nations.
See, and upon the earth, distress of nations. See, so meaning as well on the earth as you see these different constellations, from these eclipses to the planets aligning to the chariot sightings, as well as the stress of nations. The shortage, the tampon shortage, with that you just shortage, and you can just throw anything in front of it. Wheat shortage.
Say food shortage.
Food shortage.
Say a shortage of gas.
Shortage of gas.
Everything just shouting in America.
The air is short.
Is it carbon tax?
No, they tax you now for air because the air is short.
Say water shortage. Man.
Water shortages. the air, I mean the lights,
yeah, kind of
the power,
energy,
the energy source is stressed out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because this is the time Lord spoke of.
I got some real.
You got it, bro.
Because this is Ezekiel 7 and verse 5. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, power and evil, and only evil, behold, is come."
See, so this is a commandment from Yahweh by Hashem Shai. This is actually a commandment. The Lord is telling you in evil and only evil is coming, and we're seeing it. Evil and only evil. You hear about the Dow has dropped another so many points. You know, the gas went another 10 cents up. You know, this, that, or they ain't got this at this supermarket right here. Let me go there. Or they ain't got that over there. You know, you better off going staying there what you was at before, but they had more shit there.
That's it. They cost more.
Yeah.
You might go to I went to Domino's yesterday. Get some pizza and shit. I went to one restaurant, it was like $30. You go to another, it was like 20 something. That's how like inflation is just going up and down, man. You might get something to eat then. It might be $15. You leave, you come back, might be damn $30, man. Yeah. So even like sudden niggas not watching, like suddenly shit can just little sudden changes happen. Like you said, 10 cent, 5 cent of gas, they add up. It's not like it's gonna stay that point or just stay in that region zone. Those things are changing upon the planet Earth, and you can see it with last year with their on January 16th. People are ignoring, because they do their march and stuff. All these school shootings. With about last week or 2 weeks ago, it was 3 school shootings in 1 week and shit like that. But now people are just back into normal. They haven't been watching for the prophecies, man. But that's how Esau is gradually going to sneak up upon you. That's really how about Shema Shai sneaking upon you, man. Because evils are growing. It's growing. It's getting worse and worse out here. You know? Yep. It's getting worse and worse out here. But it's through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, the Lord having opened you guys' eyes to realize what's going on, man. They more worried about LeBron James or
than mindful of the scourge. Yeah, I'm gonna get that for you real quick.
Is it?
2nd Ezra 16 in verse it says I started verse 19. It says, behold, famine and plague.
Yeah, it says, behold, look, famine and plagues, and you can see that the famine is growing up. Because again, the food prices are skyrocketing, and it's just not, it's greenery, it's greenery and things like that. But it's even bullshit, man. Even bullshit going up. You know how the bag of chips a couple years ago it was 4 for $1. Then it was 3 for $1. Now it's 2 for $1. Now it's just 75 cents. That's slow inflation. That's things changing, man. It's gonna get to a point when it's not gonna be no more, because most of the things they doing now, they selling you more air. It's not like they putting more production.
Yeah, you got chips in your bag of air.
Yeah, you got chips in your bag of air, man. Perfect with this, you got 2 bags of chips in your bag of air, man. You know, you got it.
It says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish.
Yeah.
Are sent as scourges for amendment.
It says tribulation and anguish are sent for scourges as the amendment. That tribulation and anguish, that's a broad stroke, man. That's really a broad stroke, because that tribulation and anguish can come through a family, it can come through race war, sedition among men. For the lack of people, they kick your house and separate your church, and you gotta come to account. They stay in here, so, things like that. It's gonna get ready to happen, man. But it says it was sent for what? Scourges for the amendment. It was sent for you to consider, like, what's going on, who doing this, man. Yeah. And that's what one thing these Babylonians do. They don't consider of anything, bro. Yeah. They don't consider nothing. The only thing that they care about is themselves and that YOLO spirit, man. You got it, though.
Yep. It says, but for all these, they shall not turn from their wickedness.
This says, but from all, you can see the gas prices coming up. You can see the famine brewing up. You can, again, the tampon shortages. But it says, you went well of it, man. You didn't take heed to it. You didn't consider it. You got it.
It said, nor be always mindful of the scourges.
It says you wasn't mindful of the scourges. So basically, you was getting hit with the same shot, man, until you just got hit to death. Yeah. You ain't move out the way. Somebody keep on hitting you with the 1, 2, 3. The same punch at the same time. You just continue on walking. It's gonna get to a point when that punch is gonna knock you out, man. You know?
And we'll say something too, because they ain't acknowledging Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man.
Is it?
We telling you Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. We saying the Lord is doing this. The Lord is doing that. He's bringing these horrific things upon the earth through Esau and a plethora of other means, man.
Mm-hmm.
And the nigga just walked by, and when he on the ground with his, you know what I mean, from a wound, a gunshot wound.
You in Texas,
you know what I mean? That's what he gonna learn. That's what, you know what I mean? That's what the Lord gonna get you in, man. You know? It says, this the part right here. It says, behold, vegetables shall be so good, cheap upon earth.
Yeah, and that happened. 4 for 4, 5 for 5s, Big Mac. You buy a Big Mac and fix something for $6 and shit like that. That's vegetables cheap upon earth, man. You got it. Gas was $2.
Yeah.
You got it.
It said that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
If you think everything all fine and dandy, you got it.
It says, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
It says, then evil shall grow upon earth. Just going back to that Ezekiel. Yep. It says, Ezekiel 75, thus saith the Lord power and evil, and only evil behold his calling. So it says, evil shall grow upon earth. It's like it's gonna be the same level of evils. It's gonna get worse, man.
Evil on top of evil.
That's it.
Only evil.
A 3-can like a like a devil cake.
Yeah, devil's cake. Yeah.
A 3-level chocolate cake is 3 levels of evil, man. You know, not You know, it's gonna be levels, man. Like I said, the famine. That's a level.
Yeah.
The sedition among men. Yeah. The wild beasts. When the apparitions appear, it's gonna be levels on levels, man. Before we get to the end, but through the Spirit, we watching, man. I got a precept
you got it, bro.
To back you up that you just pulled out. 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 3. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
See? When they shall see peace and safety, see, so that's the snare of Yahweh Shema Shai. That's how the Lord get down. From he gonna get you in your comforts of what you think is comfort as a way to relax. And once you kick back that next foot, that's when he gets you. That's the time we in when you got Grubhub now, man. You know, that's what people rely on nowadays. You know, they just wait till the food get to their house, especially with this wheelchair bound, these weirdos, you know, gamers and shit like that. They don't know about going to the store, shopping. How much more even planting and growing their crops and cooking and dressing a bullock good enough fish, man. You see what I'm saying? So the Lord going to snatch the world from under people's feet, man.
Is it?
You know? What it say? When they shall say peace and safety, you guys.
It says, then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
See, that's an attribute of the Yahweh Shai, suddenness. You don't know you got till you got it, man. That's how the Lord get down. You got it.
It says, then shall sudden destruction cometh upon them as just travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
See, so this is no outlet, and that's the time. That's why this is our refuge right here. Because it's nothing carnal. It's nothing carnal we can do, you know. But that's why we have this understanding, man. It's true. This is that shield, like you said, that shield and buckler. This is what's gonna preserve us. Who's been paying how about Shema Shai from the times? Because first, you got to keep your mind. This is gonna be a time like no other. You finna be seeing shit, bodies and just all these. There's gonna be a lot of jump scares. That's the best way I can put it. And that's why the scripture talks about your mind. Let not your heart be troubled. You know, I will keep thee. You know. Wisdom shall preserve, understanding shall keep thee, discretion shall preserve thee, you know. You got it.
Got something real quick. Proverbs 23 in verse so like Proverbs 22 in verse 3. It says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself.
See, a prudent man foreseeth the evil. See, so meaning what the prudent man is seeing things a certain way. And he's seeing evil is coming in that certain way. Man. You know, the teachers, man, this doctrine, man, you know, you seeing things a certain way, and you seeing the evil. There's a certain outlook, and you see, okay, You seeing these certain warehouses catching on fire.
Yeah.
BG buying more land. The Korama, you got jam decks coming on the scene now. See, you hearing the MOTB solo finna come up.
Yeah. He got a solo.
Solo finna come, so he finna get his moment to shine. So jam decks is on the scene. We seeing these things taking place. You know, you gotta read that again.
It says a prudent man foreseeth the evil.
So you seeing these evils coming. They're starting to blossom. You got it.
And hide himself.
So how do he hide himself in the pavilion of the Lord? That covert, the house, which is this truth, man.
Is it?
It's not gonna be a literal house, because that's what the missile's gonna get, if anything. You see what I'm saying? It's this truth, man.
Is it?
You got it.
It says, but the simple pass on and are punished.
See, and the simple pass on and are punished. So they took this light, and they thought that it was another way. They took the wrong right and went down a road to destruction. And the results, they're going to be punished, which is ultimately death, man, destruction.
Is it?
So you can, what you got something else?
Yeah, go back to Ezekiel 7. I can finish.
Oh, yeah,
Come. Ezekiel 7 and verse 6. It says, an end is come. The end is come.
See, the end is coming. The end. We at the end because we see it. What other time could the scriptures be talking about now? This is not 1945. This is not 1864. This is 2022, man.
Yeah. The tail end of the kingdom.
You know what I mean? You see that everything is at its height now. Everything has come to its fullness. By the way of this man, his technology, the way of communicating and shit, man. This is the time the scripture was talking about. That's why they can only simplify, arrow. What other way you could explain a missile being shot from
ends of the world?
But arrow, man. This is the time, because now it makes sense to why Daniel said, scripture said, seal the book to the time of the end. Because that's when it was going to make sense. You got it.
Come. It says, an end is come. The end is come. It watcheth for thee. Behold, it is come.
It said, watch it for thee. So, meaning what? The end is waiting on you. From some as individuals, meaning their deaths. From some as a car wreck or a heart attack. To the extreme of a kingdom. Their suddenness is going to be suddenly. And it spells to it, suddenly the money gonna crash. It's a certain day the Lord got in the spiritual calendar, the money gonna crash. It's a certain day it's gonna happen. Even from the destruction, it talks about certain time, day, and year when the destruction comes. So it's an actual day that the money crash, but people, it's gonna be a night before that. Niggas gonna be in the club with all that goddamn money.
Throwing it.
And they ain't gonna mean shit tomorrow.
Just got your check. You know how they get their direct deposit on Friday. Soon as Friday, you mad, you calling up there. Fuck man. Jake, you know how Jake, they don't play about that when they get their check and shit. You come up there, you cuss the boss out. Even the boss, he gonna be on your side. Y'all looking for the corporate manager. They gonna cause a lot of shit, bro. The money crashing. It's gonna cause a lot of shit, man. It's gonna, for lack of better words, the Lord gonna stir up the pot, man. Because even we're gonna be affected by even these high end Edomites.
That's it.
That's
what we're for.
That's it.
What is the
high middle class?
What they call it out of the roaring 20s? The Great Depression.
Yeah.
Them all jumping out. Bill C. Esau can't handle pressure. You see, it says, especially the ones that got a lot invested in this place. They're gonna lose it, man. You got it, bro.
Con. It says, I had a quick piece of the bag.
You got it.
Because it said everything is ending. And we can see it. 2nd Ezra 9 and verse 5. It says, for like it's all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Just go add just the money. The money get crashing. You know what I'm saying? We can see the Dow Jones going down. You look at the Dow Jones now, that shit mostly red. It's the international debt clock. You know what I'm saying? All that shit mostly fucked up, man. So we can actually see it's actually made manifest to our eyes that this place is done with, bro. that this place is over with. And it's really the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai that's stirring these things up. Like we got the source. That's why we comforted, man. We know the source where it's coming from, man. Yeah. You know, you got to do it.
Yeah, these are the symptoms of the end of an empire.
Mm-hmm.
Just like if someone is elderly and they see them coughing up blood, their eyes is, you know what I mean? And shit, you know, they begin to turn pale. You know that they about to go down. They about to kick the bucket. You know, pass away. You know, wither away. It's the same thing. That's just on a level of man. But that's where animals. That's what different creatures that would plant life.
Like yep.
Even with these cars and shit, you hit a motor knife and you see that's the end. All the way up to a kingdom, man. You know, the Lord is He's their husband. So everything is a process. You know what I said? Like it's all that is made.
Yeah.
The Lord Yahushua made the worlds.
Is it?
The empires. So they have an end to it. But this end's gonna usher in the eternal empire, the kingdom of heaven, man.
Yeah, the world without
end. World without end. See, he's formed that world too. That's gonna be
He said, well, Esau is the end of the world, but Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. The beginning of forever.
That's it. We're going into the beginning, man.
Yeah. I got a little bit more.
Yeah, you got it, bro.
It says, even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs.
See, so you see it's a process. It's just like planting a seed and you see it springs forth and it comes to its perfection. That is a apple tree.
You can identify.
Yeah, now you know what it is now.
It just started out as a plain little seed.
It has been ripened.
Good.
You know, that's how the Lord get down, man. You know, just take creation wasn't in one day. It was a process, man. You know, Lord could have did it like that. He can't. But it was a process. That's how He get down, man. You know, it builds up. Like I said, the husbandman, you gotta wait. It's a process. A farmer, you got it.
Okay. All
right, you can go back to that Luke. You got anything else? Yeah.
It's Luke 21:25 again. It says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth distress of nations.
See?
With perplexity.
See, with perplexity. Meaning these people are going to be puzzled by the events that's taking place upon the planet Earth. You got it?
And the sea and the waves roaring.
See, so like said, Lord is stirring the pot. These people are being stirred up. It's just showing that the Lord this is the time where we come into a new age, a new era. It tells you that the Lord, you don't move or stir the time until the said measure is fulfilled, man. So now that's why we seeing jam decks, which I don't know. We can probably say that now as the because jam decks is that's another that's a step towards the MOTB. We seeing things that's contributing to our doctrine, man.
Digitally, to the
it's going digital side. It's moving towards the digital. I don't see the Christian side kind of trying to fade away like that. That Jesus Christ spirit is kind of fading away, and it's leading towards the digital side. That that MOTB is that thing, man.
Is it?
It's just another step to prove privacy prevails, man. It just shows that we are at the end. You got it. But as you can see, Salakia, the scripture says and, because it's all gonna be happening at the same time, man.
Is it?
Because we can go to, like I said, we can go to an article and read about every last one of them things that our Lord Yahushua talked about, from the different constellations and the stress of men, which are concerning the shortages. You got this war. Was they talking about they want to amp up their weaponry, more deadly weapons now? From these people on these drugs, man. It's just just everything that's causing distress and anguish. We seeing.
I know Salaki. I know over there Sri Lanka. That's basically they're struggling over there, man. Them boys ain't playing. They going to politicians' house, burning things down. Them boys not playing, bro. It's gonna come to America. You know?
And they gonna lose it, man. You got
it says Luke 21:26, men's heart failing them for fear.
See? They failed them for fear because they wasn't expecting that. It was on a sudden. See, they didn't expect America to go down. They didn't expect no tribulation of that nature. Of when the money crashes, or when the power is not out for a couple hours, or just a day or two, for weeks or months. You know what I mean? It's getting, you know what I mean? The war. Just the sight of the creatures. They tell you they're gonna have heart attacks from just the sight of the creatures, man.
Yeah, that's how you know it's gonna be some unexplainable.
Yeah, that's it.
You know it's gonna be a divine power that's gonna be controlling this thing, man. You know?
Yeah, you think a rapper ready for Jacob's Trouble? Like, you think a nigga, I don't know, some rap nigga.
I know if I make so like I know like guys like Rick Ross and Chris Brown, them guys they getting like buying big estates of land and getting like armored vehicles, but they're not gonna even be ready.
That's
they not because they know what's going on, but they're not gonna be aware because they think just food gonna come out and people gonna try to say it's gonna be bigger than that. The animals are gonna come out, the troops gonna come out. Like I said, it's gonna be a totalitarian nation. You know what I'm saying? Basically, like if you're a rapper, whatever wealth you got, it's not gonna matter, man. But like I said, through the spirit, we can already see it. I got a precept to back you up though about that fear. Proverbs 3:5. It says 3:25. It says, "Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it comes." So it says, "Be not afraid of sudden fear, man." So when things just pop up, you can't be afraid because you was warned of it before it even happened, man. And it says, "Neither for the desolation of the wicked when it comes." So when you see these wicked niggas die, you know, wicked niggas get put to death, you shouldn't even fear it because we know Job 4:7, whoever perish being innocent, man. But you got it.
Hey, and that's a commandment. That right there, that's really a commandment. So that's the spirit the Lord gonna put on us. Like, it ain't gonna be of us. Because that's why the scripture said, "Let not your heart be troubled." Or what it said, "Fear not." Because it's gonna be a situation where fear is an emotion that will be shown during that situation. That will be the results of that scenario. You know, just like hearing this sound, this trumpet, it tells you that Lord blowing the trumpet in the city and people not be afraid. What the fuck? That should be your reaction from hearing the trumpet. You know? So just like the situations, scenarios, the Lord is gonna be you know, like I said, we in the flesh, man. And shit, we ain't like we got things figured out. You know, that's why we reduce the hope. But that's a commandment. The Lord gonna put a certain spirit on us to keep us, man. It's gonna be a precept to come to mind, whatever the case may be, for the Lord to keep us during these times, man.
That's why he told Joshua, be not afraid, be of good courage. You know what I'm saying? Because Joshua, that was an important mission. You know, for lack of better words, we on an important mission, man. And little things like that, they can fuck up the whole mission, man.
That's it.
Like through Spirit, Lord, give us words of encouragement, you know, when we go through these different things. You know, so while these other people, they're going to be comfortless, we're going to be comfort, man. We're going to be comforted in the comfortless generation because they ain't going to know why the lights turned off. They ain't going to know why the famine hit. They ain't going to know why all hell brings loose because we going to know them. We know this actually going to be to our benefit because one precept, Acts 14:22, through much tribulation, we shall enter to the kingdom of heaven. So all these things that's coming from the planet Earth, these evil things, these shortages, it's a necessary evil. It's supposed to happen. You know, because if it don't happen, you supposed to be scared. You know, if it don't happen, that's when you be afraid. But when it do happen, you should rejoice, man. Because that's one step closer into the kingdom of heaven, man. That's one step closer to us reuniting with your house shot, man. You know what I'm saying? You got it.
Those are steps to you know. The Lord said, and then shall you see the Son of Man. After the tribulation, then, you know. So they brother said this is a necessary evil, man. You got it, bro.
Luke 21:26 again. It says, men's heart failing them for fear. and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth.
See, because this is from on high, man.
Mm-hmm.
And this is though I said, who's gonna quench this fire? Who's gonna, stop the sword? Because Yahweh Shema Shai sending this, man. There's no way you can put the money on the table, none of this. There's now blood is required. You got it.
Come. It says, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the powers of heaven shall be shaken. So the powers from the power, that be to even the ones that have influence, they're going to be shaken. They're not going to have no answers when Yahweh Shema Shai open up. Send forth these double angels at a extreme high rate. And the Lord get a green light. These people they gonna go to their house. You think they're gonna tell you you think he got a precept for what he gonna? He ain't got no precept because he don't know the precept. He's looking at the scriptures through a different way. He only see Jesus love, tykes or whatever. Them the precepts he got, but he ain't got a precept for the family. Your workout teacher,
and motivational
speaker. Motivational speaker. Anybody that got any form of rapper, whatever, they ain't gonna have no answer, man. They're gonna be shaking. Like I said, these dudes that do know. It's something gonna, I seen the brother that had the bear coming to the house. You have Slender Man come to your shit, man, or whatever.
He unlocked your door.
He got fingers and shit, If the Lord gonna shake you up though, man, you're gonna be rooted up. You're not gonna have no foundation. It was built upon that sand, not upon Yahweh Shai.
And there's like I got something real quick.
Yeah,
that's how you know when prophecy come to pass, doctrines gonna die too.
That's it.
Because at the end, the truth gonna stand. I got something for you real quick. This is the book of Acts 5, and I'm gonna start at verse. Okay. This Acts 5, I'm just gonna get to the point. Acts 5, and I'm gonna start verse 35. Just going back to the doctrines. Let's go get to the point where other doctrines gonna fade away. It says, and said unto them, ye men of Israel, take heed to yourselves what ye intend to do to touching these men, the true prophets. Because even though our doctrine is so-called unorthodox, it's the truth. I say fiction, reality is stranger than fiction. You know what I'm saying? So that's you better watch out. Through the spirit. It says, for before these days rolled up Theudas, boasting himself to be somebody, to whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who were slain, and all as many obeyed him, was scattered and brought to naught. So that doctrine was brought to naught, man. And that same thing is going to play out today. It's like a guy boasts himself to be somebody, got a big following. It's going to get to a point when it's going to, the trails on the track, it's going to stop and say, yeah, this nigga wrong, But continuing on, it says, after this, man rose up Judas of Galilee in the days of taxing and drew away much people after him, also perished. And all, even as many as obey him, were dispersed. So his doctrine died. You know what I'm saying? But continuing on, it says, and now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of the Most High, it will come to naught. It is not coming to naught. Actually, it's being more lively. Because the prophecies are coming in it's more and more plain in your face, man. So all these doctrines are going to come to naught. And only one doctrine is going to stand. Like that nigga Steve Harvey said, there's many ways. It's only going to be one way that's going to stand. It's only one way to our destination, man. And we have to go through Yahweh Shai, man. But continuing on.
Like you said, because it's really one way.
Is it?
Like in the flood, what was the only way? Like really? You couldn't go to the highest mountain because the scriptures say the waters exceeded the mountain. The only way was in the ark. But it was a doctrine though that was involved as well. He wasn't just building it. It was a doctrine with it too. The Lord is going to bring the rain because of this wickedness, But it got ultimate point. The blueprints was that Noah had it built for only 8 people to fit anyway.
Is it?
You know, it's the same thing. It's reserved seats as well. Then we just hope we're a part of that number, man. You know, what you got, though, bro?
It says, verse 39, it says, but if it be of the Most High, ye cannot overthrow it, least happily ye be found to fight against it. Because ultimately, like I said, you fight against Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Yeah, they say he that despises not man, but Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, who have given us his Holy Spirit. So you despising the report, the result is you gonna die. You know, we say we bring it's evil, only evil is come in the house before you get hit by the lightning or whatever. For the storm come and you just some stupid shit, cool. So when the door closed, and we ain't got no say so about when the door closed. We in the house, you know, when everything's said and done. Then whoever outside, that's on them, man. You got it.
Kind of go back there, Luke.
Kind
of Luke 21:26 again. Men's heart failing them for fear, and looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of the earth shall be shaken.
Yep, they're gonna be shaken, man. You got it.
And then shall they see the Son of Man coming.
And then, see, it's a climax to it. Oh, it tells you, what's that? Get that St. Matthew 24, where it say immediately after
the tribulation.
See, so it's a build up to the return of our Lord Yahushua. This is what we're coming into, man. It is by a series of events that's taking place, you know, that's going to usher in that monumental moment, man. You got it.
This is Matthew 24:29. It says, immediately after the tribulation.
See, immediately after the tribulation, you got it.
Of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the power of heaven shall be shaken.
See, so immediately there's going to be a certain, after the hour of temptation, because it's ordered within prophecy. Before that destruction, that just shows that that's the order right there. The order within prophecy. Before that destruction takes place, that MOTB has to be on the scene. It have to have its moment. That's why I said that's
solo.
Yeah, that's solo. That's why I said immediately after the tribulation, because it's gonna be surrounded by that thing, man. Then that's when the sun gonna be dark, and that's when the destruction gonna take place. You got it.
It says, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven.
See, then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man. So that's the climax, the return of our Lord Yahushua, man. You know, out of all these, our Lord is gonna come, which is gonna be simultaneous with the destruction. You know, the Lord's gonna bring deliverance as well as destruction, man.
That's it.
You know, you got it.
It says, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory.
Yeah, and they're gonna mourn. Why? Because he's gonna take out all things that offend, man. He's gonna burn all those things up that offend, and especially America, because this place is gonna be totally wiped off the map, man. You know, so you can go back up.
St. Luke 21. In verse 27, it says, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things shall begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh.
So when you begin to see these things, so it lets you know the Lord, the words of the Lord is gonna manifest, is gonna actually be shown. And we seeing it, man. They said, look up, which we do, but that just means to be in a cheer up, you know, joyful spirit. Why? Because our redemption drawing nigh, meaning what? Yahushua is coming back, man. He's finna make his return, man. You know, and it's by the series of events. That's why we get hyped when we hear about shortages and famines, blackouts. What else could? Because this is the scene that had to happen before the triumphant king returns. You know, it got to take place like that. How the downs have got to be strapped on the train tracks to be saved. You know, so this is a necessary evil, like the brother said earlier, man. You know, but we at the end. You got anything else, bro?
Oh no.
So, hey, what we'll do with edifying, we like to give all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
Like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Like to say Shalom to the elect, to the teaching word, not two faces there. Hey, GTA, abide, soon, very soon.
Tonight. It's a lot.
It's a lot.